Solid Ground is an organization that is focused on fighting poverty, and how we do that is by focusing on community support, advocacy, and direct service to community members. We do real-time housing services, food stability works. We do benefit legal assistance. We work directly with Metro, keep folks moving around our region. We want to really work on dismantling the systems that cause poverty in the United States and in our region. We have to be able to be nimble enough to be able to listen to how and what community needs and what our clients need, and then be resourceful enough to connect them to those resources.
I'm Justin Garrett, and I'm from Seattle. This is Crimson, and he's 3 years old. He's a fun kid. He loves to joke around and goof around. Yeah, he's a cutie. I love him. So I met Sherry in 2019, and we met on my birthday, actually, and we were hiking up at the Snoqualmie National Forest. She was a fun, silly person. She used to love to laugh and make jokes. We had our daughter, our oldest daughter, Jamie, and she was born with trisomy 21. She was born with a hole in her heart and a diaphragmatic hernia. It was really traumatic for us to experience. So one day we tried a pain pill that was laced with fentanyl. We didn't know it was laced, but we quickly got hooked, and it just kind of snowballed, losing ourselves, losing our mind, losing our job, our cars, losing our housing. And so our children were removed from our custody in 2022. It just kind of sent us on a downward spiral. But it was just a miserable existence. We were totally hopeless. That's when we started going to the community church dinner. It really helped open up our eyes to getting us in the right direction to get our kids back. And we really wanted to get our kids back. And so we began to go to treatment programs, and we just never gave up on ourselves, and we never gave up on our kids. But one of the times that we relapsed, Sherry overdosed and died. And that was really just a traumatic experience for me, for all of us. I was devastated, and I was just lost, homeless, without my kids, without my wife. That's when I just kept praying for help, and I didn't know what to do. And so I just got myself into detox, and I used that experience of losing Sherry to strengthen me so I can get my kids back. So I got connected with Solid Ground through my social workers. I got housing, and I got through the transitional housing, and that's kind of where my life changed. The first day I moved in, I was just so happy. I was able to kind of get myself back up on my feet. I was able to start doing all the services I needed to do, like get my substance use disorder treatment started, and I was able to do my parenting class, and I was able to get my mental health treated. So all these things that I needed to do to get my kids back, I was able to do, with the housing. For Crimson to be able to spend time with me at home, it lightened him up. While he was in foster care, you could tell that it had an effect on him, When he got to be with me, he would just opened up and kind of bloom. I lost a lot of my hobbies, becoming homeless. And so once I finally got housing, I was able to start, a little rock collection. I was able to start getting my books back and start collecting books. And it just felt good to be able to reconnect with myself, parts of myself that I lost along the way. Yeah, the housing saved my life. It really it saved my life.
Stability is it's the cornerstone, I think, for all of us. I think our ability to keep ourselves fed, to be able to keep a roof over our head, to support our families, to have an address to send mail to, all of that is tied to stability. So for us as individuals, it really is that place that we can say that we have the ability to create for ourselves. I think it really is a cornerstone of how we can progress as individuals. We can't necessarily ever tell anybody how to live their lives or when to make the change. It's really about eventually that person coming to a realization that like, oh, there's something I want to do differently. But it's really them taking those steps, and then we're just here to kind of guide them.
A lot of people are homeless. It's because of like circumstances that come in your life that you're just not equipped to deal with. It's really like a lack of resources. Sometimes it creates homelessness. With the right support, it can be changed. And there's help out there. Well, I've been able to help a few people get into different programs or get into different housing. It's a good feeling. Feels really good to give back to the community. So volunteering where I can, bringing clothes to people where I can at the community dinner every week. There's change out there, and there's hope. Solid Ground was able to help me out by coming in my life at the time where I was homeless, and I was at a time where I was gonna either sink or swim. I want people to know that, no matter where you're at, no matter how hard it is, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Just never give up on yourself. Here I am, I have permanent housing. I've got my son back and my daughter's on the way back home. So now my life is, it's really stable. I've got hope. I've got a safe place to live. I have a purpose. I know Sherry's looking down on me. I know she's looking down on me happy with a smile on her face.